I will now reveal which marathon that we're running at the end of the year in December. All right, hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. We have a very exciting video today. I am finally going to be telling you what marathon I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, and I'm very excited because it's going to be my 10th marathon and it's coming up in exactly 5 weeks from when I am filming this video today. So very excited to share this with you. But first, let's talk about the brand that I am running this marathon with. So New Balance reached out and asked if I wanted to run my 10th marathon with them, and I had to say yes because I think that they're an incredible brand and one that I have not really worked with too much, but I'm just really excited because I've heard great things. I love their shoes, their lifestyle, everything about I feel like they've had a real revamp and it's just been so cool to see them grow. And so I'm so excited to be working with them, and I know that they work with a number of the races that I love doing here in London. So can't wait to do this. So we are going to be running my 10th marathon with New Balance. Today, I want to talk about the new line of trainers and just my new shoe rotation that I'll be training for this marathon with. And specifically, we're going to be talking about 3 different pairs of shoes. One that's more of a daily trainer, one that's a faster shoe, and then one that is just meant for really long miles and getting the mileage in. But I'm really excited to talk to you about these 3 pairs of shoes. Let's just jump right into it. All right, so starting with the New Balance Rebel V4s, these are one of New Balance's fuel cell shoes. And from what I've learned so far, New Balance kind of falls into 2 categories of the fuel cell shoes and then the fresh foam shoes. So these are their fuel cell Rebel V4s, and these don't have a carbon plate in them, even though they look pretty speedy. These are meant for faster tempo runs. So ideally I would be using these on track Wednesdays when I'm doing intervals, or if I'm doing any sort of progression runs on the weekends. So these are going to be faster than, say, a daily trainer that's used for recovery runs, like one of the fresh foam shoes. And so these also have an upper that's very breathable and sort of like a mesh material. I'll put some more stats on the screen in terms of the drop and stack height, but this is going to be the lightest out of all of the fuel cell shoes. And I feel like it's a pretty nice shoe. The bottom as well is quite wide, and there's no carbon plate, as I said, and you can tell which ones do have a carbon plate because there'll be sort of an opening here that will have the carbon plate inside the shoe. And so yeah, I'm excited to use these for some interval runs and tempo runs, and going to be getting a lot of use out of these in the next 5 weeks. All right, next up we have the New Balance Fresh Foam X1080 V14s. These did come out fairly recently and I was very lucky to get my hands on them just before they were released. And as you can tell, I have gotten some wear out of them, and these are definitely more so for me a recovery shoe run. So for anything between, I'd say 3 to 5 miles, these are really great because they're very soft. As you guys might know, the Fresh Foam shoes are meant to be very cushiony, very soft, and some of their other ones have quite a big stack height, but these are really nice because they're pretty stable and they're just really soft, and the cushioning is great and very breathable upper. And I really do enjoy these just as a Monday morning post Sunday long run, stretch out the legs, get a few miles in, and these are just really great. All right, these are the New Balance Fuel Cell SC Trainer V3. These are really interesting because, as you can see by the backs, they do have a carbon fiber plate in them, but when you look at the reviews and you see what people are actually using this shoe for, it's actually more for building that mileage, running your long runs, and just building that mileage towards race day. I have heard of people using these shoes for race day because obviously they do have the carbon fiber plate in them. But as many of you might know, the New Balance SC Elite V4 are specifically their race day shoes, which we'll talk about in a second. But I'm excited to try these and just see how they feel in comparison to the SC Elite V4s. And we'll just see how they feel, if there's any difference in them. And I think that this would be really interesting to kind of have as a long run shoe as well, especially when I'm incorporating marathon pace. I think that this would be perfect to make sure that I'm hitting those paces and just getting that feel of running with that carbon plate and practicing during training. So we've looked at both the Fresh Foam and a couple of the fuel cell shoes. Now I'm going to talk about a shoe that is actually at home that I don't have with me today, but we have talked about on this channel before, which is the New Balance Fuel Cell SC Elite V4s, which I did get gifted as part of a London Marathon training block. But they are similar to the fuel cell shoes more specifically, just because they do have a similar build. They are a different colorway. They're more of a yellowy orange, and I'll play some clips from that day, but the difference specifically is that they are slightly heavier. They do have a carbon plated shoe just like the SC trainers, but specifically with the SC Elite V4s, they are more geared more towards race day. They are a bit heavier, more expensive, and I'll again put some stats on the screen about the heel drop and just everything about the shoe itself, but that is also obviously a shoe to contend with for race day. So I think that a lot of people might fall between the SC trainers and the Elite V4s, but I'll have to compare the two, and obviously these are going to be both key. They're all going to be key in my training towards my 10th marathon, but I will now reveal which marathon that we're running at the end of the year in December. All right, so the marathon that I'm running at the end of this year, it's not New York Marathon. It's not CIM. I've seen a lot of different guesses, but it is the Valencia Marathon. I have seen a number of you guessing correctly in the comments and sending DMs on Instagram, and I am so excited because, as it's very well known, it's a very fast course, and being in Valencia in December at that time of year I think will be a little bit tricky with that warmer weather whilst we're here training in London in the colder weather, but I think it's going to be a great opportunity to, like I said in previous videos, have a second go at that Boston qualifier. Obviously, Chicago was a great block. It felt perfect, but unfortunately, things just didn't align on race day itself. So my coach and I spoke when I got this opportunity, because I will never take an opportunity without talking to her about it, because I don't want to do anything that's not smart for my training. And she agreed that it would be a great opportunity, that if things didn't go well in Chicago, it would be a great opportunity to have just another go at Boston qualifying before the end of the year in 2024. So I'm incredibly excited. On the day that I'm recording this, it is 35 days away. Now, I want to do a separate video talking specifically about that training block and what I am going to be training, because obviously it's a much shorter block in comparison to Chicago Marathon training block. So I'm going to be answering probably some of your questions around what training will look like, if it's going to be any different than Chicago, if goals are going to be different, all that sort of stuff, and we will talk about that all in a separate video. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I will be bringing more exciting training content, and I'm just really excited. And if there are any videos that you guys want to see before Valencia Marathon, let me know in the comments of this video. But if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And yeah, like I said, make sure to subscribe. I do come out with a new video every single Friday at 10 a.m. GMT. Also come out with a podcast episode every Friday at 6 a.m. GMT. So if you want to check that out, you can check out the link in the description box of this video. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you're just as excited as me for this marathon. It's going to be marathon number 10. We're hitting the double digits. I'm so excited. So I will see you at Valencia Marathon very soon.
Road to 5K subscribers before the end of the year?
Oh, I mean, maybe we could get to 5K subscribers by the end of the year, but I think it'd be a little bit ambitious. We only just hit 3K, but I do want to say thank you so much for 3K subscribers. That is really cool. And the fact that like individual people are subscribing to your YouTube channel is like, I feel like so different than an Instagram follow or a TikTok follow. Like, you put thought into who you're subscribing to on YouTube. So thank you if you've subscribed. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.